Hi and welcome to Reaper TV. It's Paul C for Suicide Evolution, and I'm going to take you through the latest expansion packs for EZMix by Toontracks, and that is the Metal Guitar Gods Pack 3. So let's take a look at what that offers us and take a look at what these guitar gods are going to give us in EZMix 2. So first of all, who are the new guitar gods in this pack? Well, first of all, we've got Ola England. Now, if you haven't been on the internet and gone onto YouTube and you've never heard of Ola England, well, shame on you. Secondly, we've got Keith Merrow from Concrete Dystopia, Andy James and Adam Dutkiewicz from Killswitch Engage. Now, this is quite an eclectic pack. You've got sort of speed metal, you've got instrumentals, you've got everything you could want for some serious tones in your mixes. Now, let's get it straight to start off with. This is only guitar patches and bass patches. This doesn't include any mix packs. So that's completely separate. This is just guitar tones. So we've got 4 new gods. They're going to give us a pile of new settings that they've approved and set up themselves. And we'll take a look at some of the sounds that are on offer there in a moment. But let's take a look at the latest update to EZMix 2. So before you can install Guitar Gods Pack 3, you need to install the latest update, which will take up to 2.11. And as soon as you open it, you're going to see there's some new things going on. It now opens up 2 windows. You've got your EZMix 2 rack and you've got your normal EZMix 2 panel that you should be used to by now. So first of all, I'm not going to go over what the EZMix 2 interface does. You should be pretty much well aware with that if you used EZMix before. This is more a sort of gear review, but what I will take a look at is the EZMix 2 rack. Now, this is quite a cool addition because one of the things that I found with the earlier EZMix guitar packs and things like that is that you had some nice guitar tones, but you didn't have any effects. They were very dry. So, for example, you may want some reverb or some delay on there, but it didn't come with that. And if you've used EZMix 2 in the past, you'll know it is one effect only if you're using the standalone product, which we're taking a look at now. If you're in a digital audio workstation like Reaper, you can stack those up so you can create multiple instances of EZMix, or you can apply your own delays and reverbs and things like that, whatever you kind of want to apply to it. So it's a great addition to see in the standalone product that we can now stack different effects on top of each other. So you may have a nice clean sound, but you also want to add some delay or some ambient effects or anything like that, or any of the mix sort of parameters. You can now stack those up like you would in an effects rack. So that's quite a cool addition. You also see we've got a metronome available to us, which we can adjust the click track, we can adjust the tempo, we can adjust the time signature, we can mute, and we can adjust the master volumes. So that's all pretty cool. You can even just delete any of the sort of items you've got in and you can switch them on and off and you can reorder them. So let's take a look at how that actually works in action. I'm not going to worry about too much about the sounds. I just want to sort of show you how this latest edition works. So let's take a look. So at the moment, we've got nothing in our effects rack. So if we select something, let's just say, for example, this brute rhythm, you'll see it automatically now associates with the first effects rack. So if I want to create another one, I can just click add an effect, and what that'll do is that'll open up a second instance of EZMix 2, and I can now go and choose something like 12-bit delay. So you can see now what I'm doing is I'm stacking these on top of each other. I can turn them on or off, so I can bypass them. I can reorder them so I get my effects chain exactly as I want it. So you could kind of think this is sort of semi-answering some of the other products that are available on the market where you can stack up multiple effects to build up your tone and make it a very personalized kind of sound and not just rely on the presets. Which kind of leads me on to something else that I think EZMix 2 could really benefit from, and that would be the ability to adjust more than just 2 parameters. Now, I get the whole point that EZMix is intended to be, as its name suggests, easy, and that's great for the mixing side of things, but where you're offering guitar tones, for me, just being able to alter the delay time or the gain and that is it, doesn't really give enough sort of scope to have a little bit of creativity with it. So you might find a tone that's almost where you want it, but not quite. Well, you're kind of stuck with that. The only way you can do anything is go into your digital audio workstation and start messing with EQ, and that's not really what you necessarily want to do if you just want to plug your guitar in and jam along with something on your computer. So for me, I would like to have, even if they brought out something along the lines of EZMix 2 Advanced or Professional, which they charged a little bit more, and what it did was it unlocked some of the parameters. So where we sort of choose an effect, and you can see the effects rack on the right hand side show up the different effects that are being used, like a distortion pedal and a reverb, that we could actually go in and we could adjust some of the settings. So we could adjust the amount of distortion on there. You know, we could tweak the reverb settings as opposed to just the frequency range and the reverb mix. So that's just one little sort of thing that I think would just make it a little bit better. Like I say, if they brought out an advanced version, much the same as Positive Grid have done, where they've got the basic version and they've got their professional version, just think it would be a great option to sort of take some great software and allow you to get in and start tweaking it at a bit of a deeper level for those people that want to. The other thing that we've now got available to us is a full tuner, which is great. So you can see we can come in, we can adjust the percentage we want to work with, so we can adjust our tunings. You know, it's quite a cool little tuner. I'm not going to go into too much detail with it, just to know that it's there. So as a standalone product, it's now expanded beyond its original sort of limitations to give us the ability to stack these effects, to tune our guitar, and do, you know, some quite cool things. But let's go back to the Guitar Gods, or Metal Guitar Gods Pack 3, and take a look at some of the sounds that are in there. Okay, so I've switched over now into Reaper so I can open this up with a project I've got already created. Now I've used EZMix 2 with one of the other packs to actually create the guitar tones and the bass tones and everything in this. So I'm going to use this as a basis so we can test out some of the new sounds that we've got with this Metal Guitar Gods Pack 3. So if I just play back the ordinary track with the original sample on it, just so you can get an idea of the sound that we're using on that. Now this is just one guitar track, this is the pan left, guitar left, and I'll show you the guitar track on its own, I'll show you in the mix, and then we'll do the same thing with sort of A, B, the guitar tone on its own, and how it sounds in a mix and how we could adjust it. Now bearing in mind that this is originally set up to work with the tone, so it's EQ'd for my tone, not necessarily for this one that we're going to be working with, but it'll give you a good idea of the kind of tones you're going to get from this new expansion pack. So guitar tone is originally being used on there. And if I just unsolo that so you can hear the entire mix. So to give you a good idea of what we're working with there. So let's just take a look. Now I've sectioned this out, so I'm only looking at the guitars for the Metal Gods pack. And as you can see, we've got everything sectioned out. We've got Adam, we've got Andy, we've got Keith, and we've got Ola. So let's just try one of these, just take one. So I'm going to go and choose one of the Ola patches, and we'll just choose, let's try the Feared Rhythm, which is obviously going to be an emulation of the sound on his Feared albums. So let's have a little listen to that on its own. So we'll bring that down, solo that out on its own, so you can kind of get an idea. I'm going to play that. So what you should be getting is a much thicker, sort of much more mid-range sound to what I'm using currently. So if I just take that and solo that, pull the output back a little bit because I find this is a bit hot, just so you can sort of get an idea. It kind of fattens everything up. Okay, so that's the Ola sound. Now, as before, obviously you could adjust these, you could adjust the drive and the mid-range, so you can tweak these and fine-tune them to your own sort of preference. You can also obviously EQ them if you're using a digital audio workstation like I am. And then you can sort of drop them into your favorites, so you could easily save those out with the settings so you can use them again and again and again. So let's just take a little look at some of the other ones. So let's try Fuzz of Doom, which is probably going to sound very yeah, fuzzy. So we pull back on the Doom. Just the exciter on there. Mix. Now obviously with anything like this, it's going to come down to the mileage you're going to get out of any of these particular sounds, but You'll probably find, if you're like me, you'll find half a dozen sounds that you find really useful, you kind of like them, but for the asking price you can't really complain. So let's just go and take a look at someone else's. Let's try the Brute Rhythm from Adam. Let's have a little solo on that one, just so we can listen to it. Put that into the mix. Okay, so you kind of get some idea there of the kind of rhythm tones that you've got. So what about some of the lead tones we have to play about with? Well, I'll switch over to a little bit of a lead track that I've got on this song, and we'll take a listen to some of the leads. Okay, so we're back in EZMix 2, and we're taking a look at a different song now with some lead guitar work in it. Now I've got a wah pedal applied to this. That's the only sort of external effect, and as you can see there's no EQ on you other than just the EZMix instance. So let's take a little listen to some of these. So this is using the framed lead. So you can come down, we can choose a different one. You see they're all very, very different in their sounds. Lead tone. So you can see we've got the EQ, we can effect, we can adjust the reverb and delay. Or we can come in sort of dimed lead, which I'm not sure if that's meant to be sort of Dimebag Darrell kind of lead tone, but there you go. You see this just gives me the ability to change the reverb effect on it, and then the flanger effect that's been applied to it. Quite a few different lead choices you can play about with. And in a mix. It seems quite quickly and easy audition when you can find one you like. That's kind of where the beauty of these EZMix packs come in, is the fact that you can quickly just A/B test, find a tone that you really like in a mix and adjust it without having to go through all the messing around of adjusting those tones and creating those tones. So it's kind of a double-edged sword there, you know. It'd be nice to have the options to be able to change those, but then sometimes it's nice just to be able to check and see which one sits well in your mix and which sounds right in the with the other tones you've got. So that gives you a brief overview of what the new Metal Guitar Gods 3 pack from EZMix from Toontrack offers you. My personal opinion is it's a bit of a mixed bag for me. There are some great tones in there, some things that I think I would definitely like to use myself in some of my mixes. I may go and check them out in some of the songs that I've already done and see how they sort of change that up. But then there are also some other tones in there that for me personally I would never use, like the fuzz tone that we got sort of from Ola. You know, I'm sure there's reasons to use that, but for the style of music that I'm writing, and ultimately I would have thought the style of music that Ola generally creates, it wouldn't really be the kind of tone I could see him using, but it's created for a reason. The update to the standalone to give you the ability to easily stack up multiple effects is a great addition, as is the tuner, as is the metronome. So all in all, the update and the Metal Gods pack version 3, it's worth the cost to purchase that. It's not massively expensive, and if you've already got some of the other packs and you're looking for some expansion into some new sounds, if you use sort of 7 strings and 8 strings, then you're going to have some other options there for you for the lower registered kind of music and guitars. All in all, it's a pretty good expansion. It's not groundbreaking, but it's good. It definitely gets a recommendation from me. Check it out from Toontrack. I've been Paul C for Suicide Evolution on Reaper TV. You've been great. If you found this video useful, please just simply hit the subscribe button below to be kept up to date with all the latest editions. If you thought the video was good, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. Any comments or feedback or future tutorials you'd like to see, pop those in the comment section below. We'll read everything you put in there, and we'll look at creating videos just for you in the future. Until next time, happy mixing.